How's it going, everyone? I want to quickly cover a story that is making the rounds right now in regards to something Square Enix did. A pretty big blunder by them in regards to Neo: The World Ends With You. I'm sure some of you guys have heard about this, but if you ended up buying Neo: The World Ends With You through the Square Enix store, for whatever reason, Square Enix was sending out invoices for your copy of the game, and with that invoice attached was a code for the digital copy of the game. Now, this was on Nintendo Switch. You would get a digital copy of the game if you ordered a physical copy. So they sent you an email with an invoice, but attached was a code for the digital copy of the game. Makes sense? Here's where things got a little bit dicey. People started redeeming that code, and turns out, oh, the game is available to download right now, and it wasn't just a preload. No, the full game was available to download, and you could start playing right now. There were a lot of people on top of that ended up buying the game, the physical copy of the game, mind you. So why they were sending digital codes to people that bought the physical copy of the game, I don't know. But after that, people got wind of this and started buying the game, and Square Enix sent out more codes. Now, since then, this has obviously been fixed, but I personally know a couple of people that were able to take advantage of this, and they ended up getting a copy of The World Ends With You, and who knows what's going to happen with their physical copy of the game. I think they're still going to get that shipped to them, but they have a digital copy of the game that is literally playable right now. So be mindful of that if you are picking up the game later on, because, you know, spoilers are going to be out there, and, you know, if you want to avoid spoilers, especially with a game like this that is super story-driven. But this is one of the wildest F-ups that I've seen in all my life of, like, looking at, you know, following video games and things like that. Just a weird mess up, and I'm sure somebody's getting fired or something. Somebody made a huge blunder. I don't even know how something like this happens, where they send out codes and the game is already live for people to play. Now, if you got a copy of the game and you downloaded it, I would highly recommend, on your Nintendo Switch, disconnect from the internet, go into airplane mode, whatever you need to do, because I don't want you guys to have something happen to your account where they, you know, do something, or they even lock you out of the game or something like that, because they gave you a digital copy of the game, and if you got it this way, you're also going to end up getting a physical copy of the game shipped to you. Or I have seen people trying to cancel their orders, but apparently that's a little bit dicey. But just a wild situation, and honestly, I don't even know, like, what the chain of command has to be for something like this to happen. Again, it started off with the fact that digital codes were being sent to people with that had ordered physical copies. That's bad enough, but then those digital codes were ready for people to download and start playing 10 days before the release of the game. Just a complete mess of a situation. The game to buy on the Square Enix store was $80 after shipping, so that's quite a price to pay. But if you end up getting a digital copy of the game and a physical copy of the game, I mean, that's absolutely worth it. And you're getting it 10 days early. Like, absolutely, that is a steal of a deal that you're getting, because you could end up just selling the physical copy for, you know, $55 because it's a brand new game, and then you'll be good to go, and you essentially got the digital copy early for, if my math is correct, 25 bucks. Yeah, my math is correct on that, $25 after shipping. So yeah, just a wild situation. Hopefully this, I mean, like, I say hopefully this doesn't happen again, and I'm sure from Square Enix's standpoint, they're very upset about this. I mean, not only did they give people copies of the digital game, they kind of leaked their own game by accident. I don't even know how that, again, I just cannot fathom how something like this happens. If you guys have any idea, if you're familiar with who's in charge of doing the emails for these invoices and things like that, and how something like this even happens, because a lot of things had to go wrong for something like this to go down. It's not like the end of the world. Honestly, it's more funny than anything else, but I'm sure Square Enix is a little upset about leaking their own game early, you know, 10 days before release, and, you know, now spoilers and things are going to be all over the internet, but there's always people that end up getting games early and spoilers are online, so that's not that big of a deal. I still think the game's going to sell what it was going to sell. Now, is it going to sell really well? That's up for debate, but I think Square Enix internally has a number in mind, given that, you know, they put out World Ends With You on Nintendo Switch, they put out World Ends With You on mobile. They know what the demand for a game like this, they have demo download numbers, so they're probably sitting pretty as far as having an internal metric and a goal that they want to hit. So we'll be on the lookout for that, but just a funny story that I thought I would cover. That's going to wrap it up for this one. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm out. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.